Introducing a new party. We live stream Monday through Thursday 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's gonna come out how it come out. You feel me? Yo, none of this is rehearsed. Everything is off the top.
Vulgar. Welcome to the man cave.
Hey, it's another Monday. We back again. Man cave. Raw, uncut, unfiltered, where we give you our honest opinions on men's issues. Just man's opinion. All right, before we get to the main event, we got a few things to discuss, as we always do as men. All right, I'm going to go ahead and kick it off. Vulgar.
I'm Gray Mars.
And I'm Easy.
All right.
With Slim.
What's good? We got Jason in the house. Welcome.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Before we get started, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I've been married for over 24 years to the same woman.
Congrats.
Raised 7 kids. I'm an entrepreneur. And that's about it.
All right. So I'm going to roll this first clip, and then I'll get your opinions.
Trump is proposing no tax on people making less than $150,000 a year. So this information just came out. It's new. There was an interview with the U.S. Commerce Secretary. I think his name is Howard. He did an interview with CBS where he said that Trump's current goal is no tax on people making less than $150,000. He said that's what he's currently working on. Now, of course, you know, with this proposal, you want to call it a proposal, there are no details that came out with this thing. Who is going to be able to, meet whatever requirements that come with this thing? Who is the target audience? There are no details. What type of tax? Are we talking just income tax? Are we talking about the payroll tax? What type of tax? None of that stuff has been divulged at this point in time. Of course, if this does come to fruition, all the tax advisors, tax strategists like myself will have all kinds of strategies to help you get below that 150 so you won't have to pay no tax. But right now, in my personal opinion, I think it's just discussion and talk. I don't think this thing's going to come to fruition, but I'm open to being wrong. So let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. No tax for people making less than $150,000 a year. Have a good day.
All right, y'all. So y'all see it. I'm pretty sure y'all aware Trump's proposal as far as like starting to get rid of the income tax. You want to go at it first, Gray?
I mean, with Trump, you never know what's going to happen. I did hear about it, but like Trump will say something, he'll do something else, or he will stick to it. So, I mean, I won't make any guesses because Trump is unpredictable.
Jason, I guess you want to go take a stab at it?
I kind of agree with Gray. I'm sorry. He's real good about getting people riled up and saying he's going to do something, and most of the time he doesn't do it. I don't think this administration is for the little guy. It's for the people that are not billionaires. I think it's mostly for billionaires. But I think that when they say stuff like this, it's just gaslighting. It's just fuel to the fire. Nothing. I don't believe anything is going to come of it.
All right. You don't have to answer this question, but what's your political standings?
I'm Democrat.
Democrat? Okay.
He been on the show before. He was on a long time ago. He was a comedian. I don't know if he was on Vulgar when he was on before, but he been on here before.
Nah, I would have remembered. I can already tell.
Yeah.
But, all right, cool. So you ain't by yourself, huh? You had to go get some help, Gray.
Jason wanted this topic. He commented on one of Nora's things and said, "Oh, I want to come talk about child support." So I said, "Come on, come back."
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's in the pipe. All right, Easy. What's your opinion on it?
Yeah, I want to piggyback off what Jason said. Honestly, I just hope this is not smoke and mirrors. I hope they actually go through with this because this will actually probably help a lot of people that are under that tax bracket. You know what I mean? So I mean honestly, I'll actually lean towards the Republican Party. Um, but I hope this is not this blowing smoke. You know what I'm saying? I hope he goes through and does this. You know what I'm saying? Because people are tired of broken promises. So that's all I want to say about it.
Well, I give my opinion. Trump is usually not the best person to articulate what he's doing. I think he just kind of does things. He said he wanted to eliminate the income tax. I kind of feel like this is a compromise to just he realized he probably can't just eliminate it altogether. So he chose a good place to start. Like, okay, let's get rid of it for people under 150K because the majority of the actual cash that come in from taxes do come from the top. So I could kind of see that being a way to start, the way to test the water. So I think it's a good idea. Um, I think it's actually a smart move on his part to start little by little and not just try to get rid of the tax altogether. And like I said, when people campaign, they exaggerate. They they even lie. But I feel like Trump is really trying to stick to what he said.
Hmm. Well, Trump, it will seem that he says a lot of things that he doesn't follow through with. You know, from the campaign to now. Uh, but again, Democrat, not a really big fan. But there are some things that he said that he wants to do. But again, those are just words. Words and actions, two different things.
Yeah. But it's the attempt, you know what I'm saying? And it's him showing proof of the attempt. It's not like he said a bunch of things and then got in office, you never heard from him again. He's
Right.
actually trying to run a lot of things through quick. I don't know if that's the best way, but in my opinion, I feel like he's trying to, just cross out everything on his list, he said.
Gotcha.
I know a lot of people dislike him, but you got to give in the first, it ain't been what, 2-3 months yet, has it?
3.
Three?
January 20th.
Yeah, yeah.
It's about to be, well, I guess 2.
So as a Republican, how long would you give? How long would you give him?
4 years.
4 years?
Until he get out of office. I mean, that's his term.
Well, I mean, when I say give it to him, is there some point within the 4 years that you could sit back and you could say, this is not working out, so I'm gonna have to withdraw my support if something happens? Do you foresee that happening?
I don't know if he would have to do something drastic for me to withdraw my support, like let in millions of illegals and then underestimate or underreport the number. Now they're finding out way more people were let in than they stated. But I don't think I would necessarily withdraw. I may have some issues. Like I keep telling everybody, I want to wait 2 years and I want to see what the progress is within that 2 years. And I really think we'll find it out as far as like the midterms. If Trump is not doing what he's supposed to be doing, he's probably not going to keep control. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
For the House and stuff during the midst. So I feel like that'll kind of work itself out. If he does what he's supposed to do and people are happy, you're probably going to see him keep that power. Even they don't have to like him, but if people's pockets start feeling better, people start feeling better in general, they're going to have to rock with him. But if it don't work, then, that's what democracy is. It works itself out.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. And I'm sure you'll like this next one they deal with Trump.
It's March 8th, 2025, and Elon Musk and Doge have gained access to a sensitive child support database. Career officials tried to stop it, but were unsuccessful. But the Department of Health and Human Services did say they only had read access to the Administration for Children and Families run federal parent locator system, which contains sensitive information such as income and federal benefits for nearly every U.S. worker. Musk himself is a father of at least 14 children with at least 4 women, and has been embroiled in his own child support and custody cases. It was reported that he forced his child support and custody case to be heard in Texas, for instance, with Grimes, because Texas has a state mandated maximum child support amount. So it is reported that Texas has a maximum allowable amount of $1,840 for one child, $2,300 for 2 children, $2,760 for 3 children, and so on. So clearly he's not paying very much to Grimes for the, I think, 3 children that they have together. But who knows what Doge wants with this system. I guess it does have a ton of information in it. But, you know, conflicts of interest all over the place for sure.
All right, so I know that was a little aged. I haven't been in the news lately, but has there been any updates on what Elon has found?
Not to my knowledge. I know I looked on the news today and they said that I guess Doge, they busting another office. I guess the office wasn't letting them in so they can get access.
Yeah.
But in regards to that, I don't think there's anything new that I know of.
Slim posted something in the group chat. I didn't watch the video because Slim sent so many videos. And Jason Vogel's like super red pill, so you won't hear with a red pill guy. But do I think it's a conflict of interest? I mean, I'm pretty sure there's people that work at child support that are on child support. I know Elon Musk has a bunch of kids, but I think what people feel like uneasy about is that they're not government employees and they getting Social Security numbers. I feel, and people private information.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to go with Elon on this. The man started PayPal. So just as far as sensitive information, like if anybody is equipped to handle that, it would be him.
Well,
so
I guess I kind of push back on that a little bit. The businesses that he's gained his wealth in, he hadn't started any of them. He didn't start any business. He didn't start Tesla. He didn't start SpaceX. He didn't start any business. His money opened the door for him, and that's why he's over a lot of these businesses. Actually, his dad's African, I think, diamond mine or something like that, gave him the wherewithal to get into these businesses. So technically, he really didn't start anything. Did he make it better? I don't know. But I'm with Gray on this. We have non-government entities, people we don't know. You know, last time I checked, they're not telling us who's looking at our social security numbers. They're not telling us who's looking at our personal information. Are these people vetted? It may be read only, but there's a such thing as pen and paper. You know, that somebody else could have a computer. We don't know. At least with the government, these people take oaths to the country. The government knows who they are. They've got background checks. But it seems like a lot of us have given it up to just said we believe that a billionaire that we don't know, a billionaire and people that work for him that we don't know, we want to give him the benefit of the doubt instead of people who've been vetted and people we can actually do background checks on.
And as far as the read only, all that means is he can't change anything. So like he can't be corrupt and open it and then update some case or something like that. That's all the read only means. All he could do is just read straight through it. He can't make any changes. But as far as Elon not starting anything, most billionaires are like that. One of the gifts of people who get to that stature is they know how to put people in the right places, or they know how to look and see where to put their money, or you know how to manage. That's what I'm trying to say. Look at Diddy. Diddy probably didn't play a piano key, but he you know, he knows. I know it's probably a bad example right now, but He knows music, and he knows put this pianist here, put this musician here. I like this verse here. That sounds good. That he had an ear, but as far as him being an actual instrumentalist, no. So to say that Elon didn't have anything to do with it, I can't say that. I think having the gift of knowing where to put people and how to use them, that's how you get to the billions. So I have to give Elon. I know a lot of people hate on him just because he got $1 billion. I think a lot of people hate on him because they can't get to that. May not be you per se, but I feel like most people who hate on him, that's for that reason. It's an envious thing.
Oh.
Like if somebody got to $1 billion, you got to give them props somewhere. Like it's not easy.
Easy, he just said easy.
Go
What
ahead,
you
Easy.
think, Easy? I'm gonna let you respond, Jason. Easy sitting over there. What you think?
It's my own personal opinion. I don't know a lot of these people that's on social media, but I don't think it's jealousy. I think it's, and this is just me personally, I think it's someone's coming and firing tens of thousands of hardworking people that's trying to take care of their families, that's just trying to make a life for themselves. Just like that, they fire him. And that's why I believe a lot of people hold angst towards him. I don't think it's necessarily because of his money, because I'm an entrepreneur. If I could run up on $1 billion today, your boy start. But I think it's the harm to families, to vets, to others. I think that's where people have their biggest problem at. And again, the people who are initiating this, we don't know who they are.
Yeah, but the thing is, and it's a lot of the media, you got to think most of the processes that happen in the government, we don't know who they are. There's so much that go on in government, we don't know. We only know our representatives. A lot of people don't even know they state representatives. You know what I'm saying? So to say that we don't know who these people are, to me, is kind of it's disingenuous. Really.
Easy, what you was gonna
Go
say?
ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think Elon Musk is a pretty good businessman. Honestly, I think he did utilize his money to get into this position. I think he's pretty intelligent, and I also wanted to add that a lot of people are envious of him because he wasn't born in the United States. He's actually from Africa or whatever. So I think a lot of people are like, how do we allow this person, he's not even really from the United States, come over here? Now he's essentially a part of the government. I think a lot of people are like, how's this happen? And I think a lot of people, I'm not talking about from my perspective, I'm talking about just some people, things that I've heard online and through the news, that pretty much that he bought his way to get into this spot within the government. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, if a lot of people know his story, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say almost like because he gave Trump, I think, 250 mil for his campaign run. So a lot of people are saying pretty much, he bought his way to this spot type thing. You know what I mean? So that's all I want to say.
Like Jason was saying, like his father owned an emerald mine. And if you know Elon's story, I mean, some of the stuff, money's not everything. His father had a child with Elon's stepsister. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. So I mean, like, and he said his father was like one of the worst people that he's ever met in his life, and him and his first wife agreed that they were never going to allow their children to be around his father. So I mean, like when you look at like money, yeah, people might say, "Oh, okay, like that person got a lot of money," but you don't know what it took for them to get that money. So I think a lot of people are just worried about how he's affecting them and how he's affecting the country. I don't necessarily think it's like them pocket watching. Now, if it was somebody in their personal life that they came from the same neighborhood and then that person went and made millions or was successful, I feel like that happens more than a person just seeing a celebrity on the internet or on TV.
Yeah. Nah, I just hear a lot of people saying he got billions, so he can't relate to us. And I'm like, everybody got their problems. like I said, I got very wealthy friends, and then I find that a lot of our issues are similar, just different.
All right. Well, I don't have any billionaire friends. I don't have any millionaire friends. I hope to be there one day, but I guess it's just the whole unknown of everything. And also, I come from it. Maybe they say liberal. I call me a liberal, whatever. But I actually care about people. And see, that's why I fall on where I fall on. I actually care about people. And just my wife, she worked for Social Security Administration for some years before we started working together. So seeing someone who, maybe he bought his way in, have a hand in firing people just like us, for people that's just trying to make money. And those people, one day they can pay their mortgage and the next day they can't. I'm more of a sympathetic people person. I care about people. And when I see people hurting, whether they're illegal Mexicans or whether they're people that work for the government, it bothers me just to sit back and say, oh, well, they cutting waste. We don't care whether this family eats tonight. We don't care whether this family can take care of their children, whether this kid can go to college, because we don't trust government employees anyway, even though there's a lot of them that do a lot of good work. So when it comes to this, so it's not about his money. I don't care anything about his money and work, I don't care how he got it, but it's just caring about other people is the reason why I fall on the side that I fall on in. So it's not necessarily about his billions.
Yeah. I want to just give Trump some credit, because a lot of people, they say the same thing as far as caring about people. Trump is actually offering people severance, whether it's 70,000 or 25,000. A lot of companies just let you go. I only had a severance one time ever, and I had a contract with a big corporation. But any other time, I would just let go. So to say that he don't care about people, I think is also disingenuous. It's a emotional feeling type thing.
Yeah.
Well, but to actually be offering a severance or giving people 7 months pay, that is showing that he care about families. But see,
they didn't pay him. They didn't pay him. The people that took the severance, they didn't pay him.
I mean, I don't know that to be fact or not, but from last I heard,
they didn't pay him. They said that something was going on with the deal. They didn't pay him. They didn't pay the people that actually took the severance. And I didn't say Trump. Maybe I implied that, but it's not that I don't know what Trump does. I'm not in his head. Only thing I know is that I know tens of thousands of people are out there pounding the pavement that was working yesterday, that's not working today. And I put myself in that situation.
Yeah.
And so if I'm in that, and it is an emotional thing. If I put myself in that situation, or one of you guys, if tomorrow you find out that all of your income was gone and people was laughing at you saying you was a waste anyway, you wasn't doing your job anyway, so I kind of put myself in other people's shoes. And I don't know what Trump thinking. I don't know that. So
I'm gonna go to the next, but I just want to, I think this is important to get out, but we have to remember business is business. Like me having, when I had my mechanic business, which I'm about to reopen, by the way. If I don't have the cars coming in, or there's some type of, I need to cut somewhere. Yeah, I care about my mechanics, but if I can't pay them, I have to cut back to keep my business, because I got to worry about my family too. So we have to, I think the personal part is cut out when it comes to major businesses. The government, there's a lot of bloat in the government. And to cut people, there are going to be people whose families aren't going to eat. They're going to have to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me, covering for the administration that I support.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right. So next, we're going to talk about Diane Richardson. Y'all know who she is?
Uh-uh.
All right, I'll play it. Y'all know.
The past almost 3 years, I have been living in my car. I said it. Oh my God, it's out. I've been living in my car. Oh my gosh. I was living with my parents in Vegas. And that was wonderful until it wasn't. I love my mom, but she became very angry. And a lot of her anger she was taking out on me, and I was her target all the time. And I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, so I was like, let me get out of here.
All right. So now we getting over into the Black community. If y'all not aware, she was a part of the group In Vogue in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it on the internet. I don't know her. I don't know her music, but I saw that story on the internet.
Yeah. So to have all that success and now she's living in her car, who want to take a stab at it?
I can first. I don't mind talking, as you can tell. When I saw the video, I was sympathetic, but at the same time, I was a little taken aback of it because we all have hard times. We all have problems in our lives. We all have shortness of money and whatnot. But in my experience, whenever I had a hard time, I worked 3 or 4 jobs to pull myself out of it. One time I had 3 jobs. My wife and myself, we both had 3 jobs apiece. And so, although I'm sympathetic, no one should be living in their car. And so my other question would be is, why not get 2 jobs? Why not? I don't know her personally, so I can't answer that. Why not get 3 jobs? If that's what it takes, start back from the bottom to pull yourself up. And so since I don't know her personally, I can't answer that. But when I saw that video, that's what I was thinking.
Easy, what you think?
Nah, I think it's tough. I mean, because she was a big deal for real, like back in the 90s. And In Vogue was a big deal for real. And I think me and Vogel was talking about this through the chat, but she needs a man, dog. You know what I mean? She needs like a significant other, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if you know my story, but she was actually staying with her mother, and I guess they got into it or whatever. Then that's when she was like, forget it, you know what I'm saying? And she said she was doing research on how to live in her car and stuff like that so she can survive and stuff like that. So, and she been doing it for 3 years, man. Like, that's a long time, dog.
Well, what's the guy that was with LeBron? They was on the same team that he was messing around with his mother. What's that guy name?
Is he don't
Devontae
Delonte West or something?
Yeah,
I think Delonte West. Yeah,
that's who I think
Delonte
about. When it's like you were in the NBA, and then like now it's like people he homeless. People just record and try to get him on social media and be like, "Oh, we helping him out," but they trying to like clout chase, get fame and views off of him. So it's like it's kind of like how y'all was saying, like people are jealous of Elon. If Elon ever fall off, nobody's gonna have sympathy for him. So it's like, when you reach that top, people just waiting to see you fall, and once you fall, people don't have no sympathy for you.
I'm gonna say something I noticed. Easy, you said she need a man.
Yeah, I've kind of heard that myself. That kind of took.
I'm gonna say she can't keep one. She got divorced for one, and then the red flag for me was she couldn't get along with her mother. And then somebody, I can't think of the name, I think the last name was Lawrence or something like that, offered her a house. She refused to take it. To me, she seems very quarrelsome. Like she's not easy to get along with. And I think that's why she's living in her car. She can't listen.
Yeah. Now, Jason, I want to say, yeah, I understand what you're saying about what I said in my comment. She needs financial stability, but I think, a man is a leader, a protector, and all those things. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, no, I agree. Yeah. I'm with you on that. Again, as somebody been married for 24 years, I understand. All right. So, Bugger, do you think that this is more for out of 3 years? Why now? Why make a video now? You think it's a money grab, or you think it's for sympathy? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. It's the victim Olympics. It's profitable.
Yeah, okay. See, I didn't know that she was married and got a divorce.
Yeah, I think she divorced in the 90s or something.
Yeah. Well, and you never know what someone's going. You never know the story behind it, you know. And but again, 3 years. I mean, that's a tough time not to go out and get one job and then get another job and then get a motel and then work your way up from the hotel to the hotel, and you know. So I just find that's kind of weird.
And you know, I think the important thing to realize here, this is what's coming down the pipe for a lot of women. Like, people are feeling sorry. I don't necessarily feel sorry, because the choices you make in your life determine where you're at. And for, like I said, the 2 flags or the divorce, and then you fighting your own mother, or you can't get along with your mother. So instead of submitting even to your mother, you rather go live in your car instead of understanding, you know what, I made some bad choices. Maybe I need to listen a little bit, get along, figure this thing out. And she's still being stubborn by saying this is her journey. This is nobody. You're 55 years old. This is nobody's journey at 55.
Does she have any kids?
I'm not sure of that. And that's, if she do have kids, that's worse. Because why aren't your kids taking care of you? Because you're 55, you shouldn't have the toddlers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and wasn't she the lead singer from En Vogue?
Yeah.
So that means she probably still got some, she probably can still blow, got some pipes on and can sing. So, I mean, there's nightclubs, there's other venues you can go to and perform and make money. So why not?
Exactly. But when you stubborn and people don't, it sounds like she's pretty much isolated herself because she's combative, don't know how to listen. I guarantee you, if you get around somebody who's truthful, that's what they're going to tell you. There's no reason to be in your car other than that, or to be broke. You were the lead singer. Like, you should still have royalties, all kind of stuff coming. What are you doing that you can't afford? Because she said she wanted a dream house on the beach. I don't know if it's mental illness. I don't like to throw that excuse out there, because that's usually a last resort for me. But to be living in your car and can't get along with a man, that blows me. And with the way society is now and everybody is entitled, yeah, bad money management. That's where this is headed. Because you got a lot of these women saying they don't need a man, they don't like men, they're at war with men. And we're seeing a lot of it happen now with the government. A lot of these comfort jobs are being cut. And a lot of these desk and office jobs are women. So that's what I'm saying. This is not going to do anything but get worse.
Yeah, I wasn't saying for her to get a man to lean on the man. I'm just saying that man could provide a foundation for her to get back on her feet. That's what I meant to say. So everybody in the comments, that's what I meant to say.
No. Hey, you ain't got to cover it up. What man wants to help a 55-year-old woman get on her feet? What is he going to get out of a 55-year-old woman back on her feet?
And I want to respond to this comment right here, because something we haven't brought up. Well, she signed horrible contracts. With the music industry, a lot of these artists, and I see it all the time now, where they come out, they say, I got did dirty. Yeah, they got did dirty. Now that's a 360 contract. Remember TLC? They got did dirty. Like, a lot of those artists from back then got did dirty. Speaking of Diddy, he did, every artist from Bad Boy say that Diddy did them dirty on their contract.
Yeah.
But a lot of them ain't living in their car. This is that extreme.
And also, I've noticed this social media. I think social media is good, but then it's bad at the same time, because it's screwing up relationships. It's putting women in this mind frame that everything is about money, materialistic things, money. If it ain't about money, then a man ain't this, then a man ain't that. And that could be that affects a lot of relationships. And so if you got a lot of women who are single because they want a sugar daddy, then you know what? A lot of them should be single, especially if they're hard to get along with.
Yeah. They want it one way. They want to receive, but they're not willing to put out anything.
Yeah.
Nah, so I wanna make a comment to someone made a comment that her priorities are messed up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's all about priorities. You know what I mean? Like who want to live like that? Like you have to live in your car. You can't shower in your car. Ain't no bathroom. Like you gotta go to.
Planet
Yo,
Fitness.
man, that's crazy living like that. Yeah, Planet Fitness or a truck stop or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, it's no excuse. There's literally no excuse. And to a lot of y'all women out here who think y'all don't need a man and y'all not trying to make things work, the government ain't gonna be there. What Trump doing right now with all these cuts, hey, government's not gonna be there. Y'all better learn how to submit and find somebody and listen and build together.
Yeah, and stay away from, stop listening to those relationship gurus.
Yeah,
that's not married. They've never been in a long-term relationship, but they know everything a man wants, everything a woman wants. And a lot of women, I've noticed that they listen to everything that they say instead of just, if you want to know what a man knows, if you want to talk about relationship, talk to somebody who's been married for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Ask her.
Well, we got you here, Jason.
Yeah.
Everybody on here on child support with you.
Yeah.
Well, my kids are 31 and 32, and I raised them almost their whole lives. I was a single father before I met my beautiful wife.
Oh,
so,
wow.
No, I've never been on child support. I didn't. I know how it is not to have a dad, and I refuse to let my boy and my girl go through that. So they're grown now. So I'm an old man, 51.
Well, it's gonna be great to get your point of view because we all bitter about we want Elon Musk to destroy child support. So
you know what? I'm not necessarily against destroying it. I think it need to be a model like Texas have. Because in Texas, I think the cap is like 2,700. I think they need make a federal law, like a federal mandate cap for every state. That we're capping it like we going into it on the next subject, but these child support amounts, man, it's like to say one kid deserves $800 a month and then another kid deserves $30,000 a month. It's just crazy.
Yeah. I'll be more.
That's why it's a racket, man. It's all profit. It's a business.
Yeah. Well, I want to know where the money is going. I think they should have it. If you're going to pay child support for a child, the money should go to that child, not your nails, not your hair, not your shoes, none of that stuff. It should go, and they should have something where they can follow the money. Yeah. So that's my.
You know why they're not doing that though?
Why is that? You
know how much that would cost to have a database like that when the states are just the judges and everybody just profiting. That's gonna cut into the profits to track it. And then guess what? You know what the economy cares about? The economy cares about spending. That's what I've been trying to tell people. The economy don't care about you saving your money. The economy and the government don't want. That's why they're taking the money from men, because men are more likely to save than women. Women don't understand money like we do because they don't have the same accountability as far as if something happened to us, we in our car for real. You know what I'm saying? Versus a woman, a lot of times if a woman will just listen, a man will pick her up or the government will pick them up. So they don't understand money like we do. The government understands that if we give the money to the woman, she's going to shoot it into the system. So to ask for something like that, you're never going to get it.
Yeah. Hey, I don't agree with you on that. I mean, I don't disagree with you on that.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this main event for Iman Shumpert.
Yep.
But they cleaned him out.
Yeah.
Left him on bricks.
But then they say he kept like 3 houses and some cars himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like how she got to keep her businesses. Man, come on now.
Does he have businesses, or did he have
Oh,
businesses?
But bullshit is this? Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert's divorce is finalized, and this is everything that he lost. Teyana is receiving 4 houses worth over $10 million, a 7-figure payout, and luxury vehicles including a $300,000 Maybach, a $70,000 Mercedes Sprinter, and a tour bus. She also retains full ownership of her companies, and Iman Shumpert must pay $8,000 a month in child support and cover their child's private school tuition. If I was Iman Shumpert, bro, I would just go ahead and feed myself to the fishes. I can't do this shit no more. She's getting off with a crazy bag. She got more assets than Bruce Wayne. All of this stuff that he has to pay for and give up. And at the same time, she gets to keep full ownership of her shit. If this isn't a sign to tell you not to get married, don't ever do that shit, bro, because I'm sad for you right now, bro. This is really, this is very sad, Iman Shumpert. I'm so sorry you had to go through this, bro.
Oh boy.
Who want to go first?
Oh boy.
Are you gonna go first, Jason? Or you gonna let Easy go first?
Oh no, go ahead, Easy. I talk a lot. Go ahead.
Oh, you gonna let me go first? All right, I feel honored. This is crazy, man. I don't know what's going on in these courtrooms, man. I don't know how they calculating this child support stuff. It's kind of hard to decipher who gets what. I mean, like, ooh, that's crazy, bro. That's like, honestly, that sounds like she just got a record deal from Universal or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I gotta say, man. I ain't got
Real
nothing to say.
advance.
Jason, what you think? And from a single father's point of view, all know you like the story. Like, did you ever think about putting your ex on child support?
My ex paid me child support.
Oh wow. Okay, so yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, she paid me child support for many years. Yeah, I couldn't have another woman help me raise my kids and not have the mother do something. So no, she paid me child support. But when I looked this up and I saw that they was just married 7 years, if I'm right about that, man, that's a heck of a payday for 7 years. You know, my thought is this: like, again, my wife, when I met her, I was literally broke. I mean, on unemployment, broke. Raising 2 kids, I was literally broke. And if a woman is there with you when you have nothing and she builds you up, I'm with it. You get 50% of everything, you do that. But if you come into money and you only get your money because of my fame and my money, then it seems like there's something foul about that. And I think that's way too much for 7 years. You know. And I can't see how it takes $8,000 in child support to raise 2 kids. You know?
Nah, it's people don't understand what I was saying earlier. Literally, what just happened is a wealth transfer into the economy, because she's going to blow that. Most of that is going to get blown as where Iman might have been more careful. It seemed like a lot of that was investment. That had that many houses was probably like, hey, I played ball, I'm done. Let me get into like the real estate game, because that's how a lot of people park their money. But I guarantee we'll see it eventually where she's gonna be like, oh, I don't need 4 houses. Let me sell this one. Be in Dubai somewhere, getting some excrement or something. But whatever she's gonna do, I guarantee you a lot of that money will be gone. And that's what the government is doing. They're literally giving it away so it goes into the economy. And then I'll say the family court is a circus. It is not a real court. Anything goes. Whatever that judge say, you can't really go in. I think it's rare you can go in front of a jury, and if you do, it's gonna cost you money. So yeah,
I wanted to speak for personal experience myself. So I've been divorced 4 years. I was with my high school sweetheart for almost 20 years. And when we were in court, she literally said, he gives me money, he does everything. And the judge said, oh, yeah, he does. Do you still want him to pay rears? And she was like, yeah. And they still ruled in her favor. The house, she got to get some of everything. So like it's like they're automatically looking at the woman. So it's just kind of like, what can you really do? But I wanted to pull up this person comment, and I don't know if like this is true. Is this true? They were in an open marriage?
Yeah, because she said she came out and said that they did like threesomes. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was doomed to fail right there.
Yeah.
whenever you let somebody else in your bedroom, you know, no matter what guys dream about and what we think, you know, once you let somebody else in your bedroom, that changes a whole lot of the dynamic of the relationship, you know. And so if they did that, they set themselves up for failure right there, you know.
Yeah.
And didn't Dwayne Wade's ex just recently say that she was like homeless or something? And even though he gave her $5 million or $3 million, and I guess she didn't manage the money. I don't know what she did, but now she's homeless. So I understand what you were saying, Vulgar, about her maybe end up being hard up in the future.
Yeah, that's what happened. I'm telling you, there are a lot of men who blow money, like about 70-75% of sports players go broke, but they literally get they get their money the same way that a lot of women will receive money, like through a husband or something like that. If you get a woman who really works hard for it, you're not going to see this as much. But when money's just given, or they get it through like a divorce where the man was the one, the primary creator of whatever wealth they had, they don't understand it. They think money is for transactions, and it's really a tool. And a lot of the men who get to this point, they understand that money is a tool, and they still use it as a tool, as where a lot of women don't.
Yeah, I want to interject and say, I saw a comment that he cheated, but is it cheating if it's an open relationship?
It
That's
depends
what I'm
on the
saying, man.
agreement.
That's a thin line.
It depends
That's a
on the
thin
agreement.
line. You saying, oh, we have an open marriage. Oh, you cheated. How I cheat? We got an open marriage. I don't get it, man. I don't
It
get
depends on what rule. If you got a rule of we do it together, or it has to be under, you know, this type of, whatever the rules are. If you break those rules, then that's considered cheating. As traditional as I am, I do go by that. I do go by agreements. If we agree to it, cool. If you break that agreement, then that's grounds for whatever. So
I
that's
want to
probably,
talk about.
yeah.
My bad. I thought that stop. Oh, okay. I want to ask you guys, and I want to ask you first, Jason, because you've actually received child support as a man. So, like with these celebrities, we're talking about like him losing millions and houses and stuff like this. But as far as your just average guy, like they get criminalized, they lose their passport, they lose their driver's license. So, Jason, you as a man that put a woman on child support, did she ever lose her license? And do you agree with it being basically criminalized? Like if you don't pay, you lose your passport or your license.
No, she never lost anything because she paid on time. But I do believe that if you don't take care of your responsibility, I'm real big on responsibility, man or woman, if you don't take care of your responsibility, then there should be some kind of action taken against you, you know, because the kids didn't ask to be here. And unfortunately, a lot of people get saddled with bad husbands and wives or bad baby mamas or bad baby daddies, but it's not the kid's fault. But if you don't take care of your kid, if you don't financially take care of your kid, I'm even go further than that. If you're not in your kid's life, if you don't make an effort, especially Black boys and Black girls, you know, especially what's out there now, if you're not in your kid's life, then yeah, I believe you should be penalized in some kind of way, you know. But some of this stuff is just all this money. It's just a money grab. These women jump from player to player to player, just to see how much money they can get. But I do believe that there should be some repercussions if you don't take care of your responsibility.
Easy, do you agree with losing your passport, losing your license?
Nah, man, I definitely don't believe in that, because now you're putting that man in a situation like, okay, the court or child support or whatever it is wants you to pay this money, but now you're preventing me from driving, you're preventing me from traveling to make money. So to me, it's like, I don't know. And then a lot of people, their driver's license will be suspended. They go around driving. They get pulled over. Now they got a whole nother issue because they're driving around with a suspended license, and now they're locked up. And now they got to pay those court costs to get through that case on top of the child support. It's just a whole mess, dog. For real.
Vulgar, what about you?
As not necessarily. That's not as a big an issue to me as the debtor's prison thing, where America is not supposed to have a debtor's prison. So as far as like me and being jailed or anybody being jailed, that's the part that I believe needs to stop. And I believe that is in place because of the current state of society. People are willing to, the man takes the rap for everything, or the man is going to be held accountable for everything. Society does not want to go back to a nuclear family traditional marriage. To me, that's why I feel like at first it was about, okay, let's put in child support, because you had a no-fault divorce, and then you have like the whole independence of women, and you got 70-80% that are choosing to divorce. So they can't, the driver's license wasn't working. All these things weren't working. So instead of going back and saying, hey, you know what, we need to keep these people married if they have children together, now they're like, let's just put the man in jail, or let's put the person in jail. So that's why I don't agree with what the government is doing. To me, it's like they're prescribing an Advil for the pain when they really should be getting to the root cause of it, and that's keeping these families together.
For sure.
And that's going to push me to my next thing, and I'll let y'all go around. Yeah. Did y'all see where Teyana Taylor was talking about how her and Iman met? It took years. Like she said, when he first approached her, she turned him down like a bunch of times, and then she basically friend zoned him. And he was just adamant. Then eventually she was just like, okay, he's been around. She was with some guy. They broke up. And then she was like, okay, I'll be friends with him. And then they started. And I think this was in a span of like 1 to 3 years. I remember saying 3 years. So my message would be, y'all got to start getting with women that don't like you.
Just
because you like her don't mean she like you. And considering the risk of what's going on, y'all gotta leave these women alone that ain't interested. What's your opinions on that?
Yo Gotti chased that one girl. What's her name? Angela
Simmons.
Angela Simmons.
Yeah,
he chased her for a long time, but he finally got her. But they still together. But me and Easy gotta leave it now, so we gonna jump into final thoughts. Okay. Jason, what's your final thoughts? And let us know what you think of the man cave.
Well, my final thoughts is I think that we should. Well, first of all, I like the man cave. Y'all got to invite me again. My final thoughts is that we, in order to keep a family together, in order to keep relationships together, in order to start and have a good, productive relationship, we gotta stay away from social media and all of these supposedly experts and start talking to people who actually know something about the subject. That's it.
Oh, Easy. Can't hear you, Gray.
Oh yeah, I appreciate Jason coming on the show. His perspective was very vital to the show. Vulgar, you're doing a great job. Gray, you're doing a great job. Let's keep it going, man. I love the show, for real.
My final thoughts are the same thing. Like, guys, Jason, definitely thank you for coming and giving us another perspective. Our boy Slim is not normally another guy. He always want to talk about child support, but he never show up on child support night. And I think this is a great topic for young men, especially black men, to hear, especially from somebody in Jason's position who, you know, was actually a person receiving child support. And, you know, like, so people will know what they actually get into. Because myself, I knew nothing about child support. And the main people I called was my cousin and Easy. Easy definitely helped me a lot through my child support journey. So I appreciate that. And, you know, keep rocking with the Man Cave.
No doubt.
All right. So for me, nothing's guaranteed in life. But from my experience of 2 divorces, 2 marriages, and why my situation is good now is because before I was going after women who didn't necessarily reciprocate, right? So you have to find somebody who reciprocates. If you got to find somebody who values family. If not, this is where you're going to end up in divorce, on child support, and everything else. All right.
For sure, guys. Thank y'all for coming. Jason, we definitely go get you back on the Man Cave. We might have to add you to the crew.
Okay.
So most definitely,
Sure.
You guys have a good night. And to everybody in the chat, y'all keep rocking with us.
All right.
Introducing a new party. We live stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.